Hey, good morning, Dan. I'm sitting here in the Charlotte airport, and I thought it would be a good time to catch up on making videos. So this is a live oak, which is at a small park in Tallahassee, which is home to not only this tree, but also a small English cottage built by a built many years ago by a Florida State lit professor, and I can't remember her name, but you'll see her picture later on. So this is me just doing a walkthrough. This live oak trees are endemic to the most southern parts of the southern U.S. states, Florida, parts of Texas. They are found north, but primarily found deep down south. This tree, I don't know, it must have been 45 meters wide, maybe 30 high. I mean, it's just, and you can see, this is a really cool thing about live oaks, is the branches grow down to the ground and even go underground like this, and then they pop back up again. So I don't know if that's a propagation thing for them. I mean, it's really cool. And I had found this site because I was looking at Atlas Obscura, just looking for places, maybe funky places in Tallahassee that my dad had never heard of or had seen that we could go to. And this was the number one on that list. So it's hard to even find it because the driveway to turn into where this little park is almost obscured by trees and bushes. There's just a little signpost marking it, and then the parking lot is quite small as well. And it looks like it's just a bit of a haven for granola types maybe. When we got there, you'll see in the video there's a foursome of young women sitting right over there having a picnic. And the entire site, the cottage included, actually was purchased from the Land Conservancy, who were on the verge of selling it to commercial developers. And then the cottage, which we'll do a walkthrough here soon, all the windows were broken out, and they ended up having to repair all the windows. And they just seem like they do all of this work on a shoestring budget. So there is a small group of very passionate people, it seems to be primarily women because that's all we met, who take care of this place. And they were there today, or on this day, cleaning and gardening and housekeeping, but there's no entrance fee. But apparently the house, like that floor right there, was built out of wood that was from the 1500s from England, and it was shipped over because the building had been torn down. Anyway, it's lots of that sort of thing, lots of reclaimed old wood, even though it was built 50 years ago. And that is Jeppesen, I think her name is. So then we went to this barbecue place. It doesn't look like much, I'll admit, but it was awesome. We went there 3 times in 4 days. It's just a tiny little place in the middle of kind of a rundown part of Tallahassee on the southern side. And the food was really good. It was a lot like, actually, what it was like that taco stand we went to in Puerto Vallarta where you sat on the sidewalk. So there were no chairs, there were no tables, there was no nothing. It was pretty much just takeout. And as near as I could tell, Dad and I and Greg were the only ones who actually sat down on the railroad tie to eat. But it's just, pretty straightforward barbecue with maybe 5 or 6 choices, and that's it. But they were really busy, just sort of nonstop customers. So anyway, it was good. It was my favorite Ba cuisine. And now, as I said, I'm sitting in the Charlotte airport. So I guess I will sign off. And I will see you, when will I see you? This summer, I guess. So safe travels, and I'll talk to you later.